If you haven't already seen it, I'm sure you've heard of Benefit Street, a poverty-driven Channel 4 programme that takes a look into the lives of those living off benefits. Starting its first series on James Turner Street in Birmingham, the programme has caused mass debate amongst society. Recently, Channel 4 have been looking in areas of the North East to film Season 2. A large industrial area and home to the widest high street in Europe, this region certainly seems to have a lot to offer. With celebrities such as Ashley Banjo's The Town That Danced Again bringing good publicity back to the area, as well as bringing this dying community back together, Stockton certainly looked like it was back on track. However, last week Channel 4 visited Dixon Street and filmed for 2 days. Just a stone's throw away from the Arc, Stockton's Arts and Media Theatre, as well as opposite new developments in the area, is Dixon Street the right place for the show, dubbed Poverty Porn, to film? We spoke to members of the community, and this is what they had to say.
Come in here to build the area up, not to run it down. I mean, we know there's people who don't want work, and there's a lot of people who do want work. And there's not a lot of places now where you could get jobs and things, you know.
Well, I think the benefit street's been here, that people will come together, like the community will join as one.
People to Stockton for several reasons. Firstly, I think it will give a false picture of what Stockton is like now. It's had hard times in the past, but Dixon Street is completely surrounded by new developments, new housing and employment possibilities there. So streets like that, with very few people in work, are now very few in number in Stockton. So I think it would give a misleading impression of what Stockton is. Stockton is becoming a success story, and unemployment has fallen every month for the last 16 months. So that's misleading. The second thing is I think it's a very dubious tactic to offer money to people who are unemployed to appear in a programme, because that seems to imply that you're leading them towards a particular kind of behaviour, and there's a real danger that the people there will be treated as some kind of freak show. It'd be I think they call it poverty porn, don't they, where people just watch and laugh at it because they see it as absurd, and laughing at the poor can never be helpful. And the third reason is, I think, a kind of sense of a little bit of outrage that people just going around looking at things to look at with a kind of disgust, and so there's nothing to stop people taking part in a programme if they really want to. But let's hope sincerely that James Wharton, who's the MP for this town, I'm his agent, he's stood out against it and has written to the producers of the programme saying that he really wants them to choose somewhere else, or best of all, not to make another programme of this type at all. You understand that the viewing figures for the first programme were very high, but you can show all sorts of awful things and people will watch them. It doesn't mean to say, therefore, that you should do so.
Yeah.